Hey there, this is Brene Flanoy popping on, hoping you're well. I'm just about to sign off in my Facebook group and I'm ready to pop on with you. I'm painting this lovely, let me back up. Let me turn it this way. Lovely little ornament today, and then I'm going to show you what we've got going on here. So, I don't even think I greeted um, I'm back here. There we go. I don't think I even greeted my Control C, Command C. What am I doing? I am going to move this here. And you guys can't see me out here, but my group can see the back inner workings. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to shrink this down and I'm going to have this over here as my reference to paint. So here we are, y'all. I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited to paint what we're painting today. All right, let me sign off with my group. All right, beautiful people, this is the back end workings of all of this fabulousness. Hoping that you're doing well. I'll probably, if I don't pop back on today, I'll probably try to pop back on tomorrow. Definitely Monday, since Monday is Cyber Monday. So listen out for a few offers because I've got something for the business owner, creative business owner, as well as my new painters. Peace to you. Have an amazing rest of your day. We're getting ready to paint, y'all. All right. Bye bye. Okay, it's ending now. So there we go. And then now I'll pop on. You guys, let me see if I can flip my screen around so that you can see, because I was able to do this last time. Let me do present, share screen, and let me show you this. I think this is super cute. All right. This is what we're painting today. All right. And you can paint any version of that. All right. Let me see. I'm just finishing up a couple things right now. All right. So now I've sent myself an invitation for my paint cam. And so if you want to paint with me live, this isn't in the download, but I just put a couple really cute coloring pages in the download. So you join my email list, you get a couple of gifts up in there that you and maybe your family can enjoy. All right. So we haven't done the December one yet. Let me know what you're interested in for December. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm always interested in what you have. I'm going to pop on the microphone. I'm going to pop on my paint cam. I'm going to leave that up for you guys to see that this is what we're doing today. And I have my canvas ready. Okay. So this is a quick, fast one. I was thinking about, let me go down here. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it real fast, y'all. I was thinking about doing a personalized one. Let me know what you think about that. Here's one for the Bogans, for the Carters. It could be for the Joneses, for the whomever's, right? So that's what I was back here doing. All right. I've been wanting to go live and I want to paint this tree so bad. There's so many that I want to paint. But we're going to start with the ornament today. Okay. So this is Brene Flanoy. Let me stop the screen share. Let me remove this right quick. Let me remove. All right. This is Brene Flanoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, paint party instructor on the weekend. Y'all, I did temporarily forget. I'm not even gonna play with that, so I'm gonna have to do this again. But that's okay. I'm trying to. The lights are so bright right here. So this is what this is. Ooh, let's see. Can I turn it this way? All right. This is one of the images, and this is a nice, small, easy to paint, zoomed in um, ornament. Okay, that's so easy to paint. So go grab your crayons, go grab your watercolors, go grab your acrylic paint. I'm using craft acrylic, but I've got my professional acrylic just off camera over there. You got just broken number two pencil, that has just a little bit of lead on it. Get in there and just doodle, sketch along with me for a moment. So I'm so excited to join you in the studio. Was I in here last week? No, I was not. But I'm glad to be back in here. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to add the screen share back to the stage. And yeah, so yeah, that's what we're working on. All right. So let me get my paint cam together. I wish I had some good music for you, you know? Wish I did. Wish I did. All right. Did I not? There we go. There's my invitation. I had to look for it for a moment. So now I've got my invitation. I don't know if you can see. It would be something like this that you would receive if you wanted to paint with me live. Okay. Video backgrounds are now supported in the studio. I don't know what that is. It's always love it. It's tough to keep up, uh, you know, with all of the new changes. And so sometimes when you don't see me, I'm MIA. I'm in the studio cooking up something or on the computer cooking up something. And I was able to get another really, really good endorsement um, from somebody that's been rocking with me for about a year. So I'm so grateful. And I was able to do an interview. You remember, I want to do art stories. So let me know. I'm going to get a link together probably around the first week of December. You should be seeing some kind of promotional something about it. All right. Now, they told me I will not get any more feedback when I enter the studio here, but so I don't make you dizzy, let me go ahead and drop this down here. So I'm going to go ahead, pop myself in here, and I still have to turn on a couple of lights for painting. Now I've got my water, I've got my paintbrush in the studio. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go. Mm-mm. They said that was fixed. It is not. Yo, yo, I apologize with my whole heart. Okay. They said it was fixed. All right, let's hit the studio light. Boom, boom, boom. Because then that'll make it a slightly better experience for you. And I'm all about that life. All right. Okay, so we've got everything that we need right here. And I've got so many different designs that it is, I don't know. I don't know if you can see this with the plastic on it. So cute, so amazing. All right. So let me set this off to the side. Now I want to get to the post office today so that I can see for the Canvas Club. Now I'm officially launching it in January. That's going to be my official launch, but you'll see a little bit of, a couple little previews where you can maybe get in a little bit early and get a couple bonuses and a couple of things. Really, what is it that you feel is stopping you from painting? Now I'm talking to the beginner painters now. I'm going to pop this microphone in. Okay. Honey, when I tell you, we have been going round and round in this thing right here. So I wish there was some kind of way that the screen share, I wish I could change the view on that. So I've got, let me remove that. Okay. Let me remove myself. It's still going to take precedence over everything. I don't want that. Okay. All right. I don't know where I disappeared to, but I'll even take that. Okay. Okay, I'll even take that, y'all. All right, so let's see what we have. Let's make sure our light is good here. Okay, I think it's decent, but it's still a little bit grayed out. How about we move this over? This over. All right, and I still need this other light. All right. Okay, here we are, y'all. Okay, so now I am going to squeeze out a little bit of blue. Now, our reference is more of that turquoise kind of pink. I've got so many colors of paint, but I'm squeezing out. But this is what would be in the art kits: the red, the yellow, the blue, black, white, and then the pink, the magenta. So I think what I'm going to do, should I work out of this? I can work out of this, can't I? I can. I will. But I need to mix up that color. I really like that background a lot. Okay. So maybe I'll put this over here, seeing as there we go. All right. So that makes it a little bit better. Hello there. Thanks for popping on. We're getting set up right here and making our few little tweaks. And I am debating on whether or not to use this bright blue or to mix up a little bit of turquoise. I'm not sure. It's so cute back there. Let me go back over here. I don't know if I was able to make my comment. Let's see. Command B. Got the painted pose.com/download. And I also did not share it. All right. So there we go. This is not the download. Did I print off one? I should have printed off one. I think I did. It didn't print off because I didn't have any more paper. Okay, we didn't have any more paper, y'all. Excuse me. Oh, okay. You know what? I know I've got you set up here. Let me remove you for just a moment. Remove. Remove. All right. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to take you on a quick little field trip right here so you can see that current download, print out, add to stage. All right. I'm not sure. Are we in here? Anyway, we're going to go back here. And this is my printer. And it should have printed, but it didn't. So now we've got paper. Okay. Gold paper. And now, this is what's going to happen. I'm hoping you guys are seeing. This is what's going to happen when you. Okay. We are only live, y'all. Okay, it's doing this thing now. Let me remove. add me back up in here and get you back up over here. All right. So anyway, that's our little studio field trip. Okay. So this is Small Business Saturday, right? So are we going to get some painting in? Yes, we are. But this is Small Business Saturday. This is your download. Okay. This is what I have to keep remembering to do when it's time for you to get your download. I have to show you. I'm going to have this in here ongoing because I think it's just so adorable and cute. So this is worth, signing up for us to stay in contact with each other, right? So let me know what you need if you think this is cool because some of your kiddos are home still for the holiday weekend, Thanksgiving, and then, a couple weeks, it'll be a couple weeks. Let's see. Let me stick this over here so I don't forget to share that later. All right, so that's what's on and popping. I'm so excited to finally have that in there. So we're going to go on back. Are we going to mix up turquoise? We're going to squeeze out some. Okay. We will go ahead and mix up a little bit. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? So I have my stuff right here, but I'm going to go ahead and mix up a little bit right here. So I'm going to squeeze out a little bit of the bright blue. Okay. And then I am going to squeeze out a little bit more over here for our mix up. So I'm going to get a little bit of the yellow, a little bit of yellow, and then of course a little bit of white. Where's our white out here? Here we go. All right. Who knew we were getting all of this deliciousness today? But here we are. All right. So we might need a little bit more white. I'm going to squeeze out a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead with the pink. All right. And I'm looking at you, but you're not looking at the... I keep forgetting this thing is just going to take over, y'all. But if I do that, then where is the screen share? I don't get it, y'all. Frustrationals. I want you to see the painting. Still not exactly what I want to see. Okay, now I'm frustrated because I don't know how to get that third scene up there. Anyway, we're going to keep on moving. Well, this is as good as we can get it, y'all. So so we're going to leave it like that. Okay, so everything is wet up over here. All my brushes. I already have my paper towels. I just kind of reuse and I just roll it up over here. All right. And, I always have some backup brushes and things there, but I use just basically the large, medium, and small of it. And then we kind of keep on going. So here we are right here. So glad we've got that good light right there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 parts of the blue and maybe 1 part of the yellow to start getting that color. All right. That's already kind of getting us there. All right. Where it is more of like a blue green or seafoam green here. All right. So that's already kind of start to happen for us. Oh, I'm excited about it. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more of that yellow, and let's go ahead and get that on here so we can start blending this everywhere. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. So right now it was just about trying to get that color together, but you see, even with the basic, it's not that difficult. So I've added a little bit of water just to move this thing along. And I'm going to go very quickly now. Since we've already had our studio tour, now that's a little bit more, I'm going to say a little bit more of the blue. And you can, of course, add a little bit more yellow to make it more of that turquoise blue, seafoam green kind of color. Oh, the words are not coming out. Now I just mix in a little bit of white. I'm just going right all up against here. And I'm going to switch to the bigger brush. I just wanted to kind of see about mixing some of this color at first. And so we're kind of good. We're spot on for that. I could add maybe a little bit of black to make it a little bit darker. Okay, we're going right around this bowl right here. Excuse me. And I am from the camp that I like to mix. I like to, what am I saying? I'm hoping y'all hear me because I haven't removed myself, but I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to have to check it out. Let me see what Facebook is saying. Just to make sure you guys can hear me. All right. All right. So all of a sudden now, here we go. All of a sudden, I can't log into Facebook. Why? Why is that, Facebook? Okay. We'll see. Now watch. It's going to tell me it's an old account. I entered an old account. Y'all. You know what? This is some foolishness. That's all I got to say. And it just seems to find me, and that's okay. I'm here. I'm here for it. Not really. Let's see if we can. Okay. Excuse me. It does seem to be, the audio seems to be working because that was my concern. As I was sharing the screen, when I'm not in there, then the audio doesn't work. But I just wanted to make sure that the audio was working, and it appears to be working. So we're going to continue. All right. So we've gotten started. We've got all our mixing paraphernalia here. We started off with like 3 dots, 1, 2, 3 of the blue. And then we went on in here with 1 dot of the yellow. And then we're just going to go right on up in here. All right. We're just going to smush all of this up in here to get rid of the white background. And forgive me when what are we doing? I was trying to figure out, why is this not flat? Now I'm just going to take my flat brush and run. I need to load it up with a little bit of paint. And I'm just going to run it along this edge right up in here. Just going to switch direction, and I'm just pushing that off. All right. I just want to kind of get, and you know, I want to make sure I get that paint in these little grooves and the texture of the fabric. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So I've got more blue than what I need, mainly because I'm just trying to get the paint in here. Let's get the paint in here, and then we'll come back with maybe a little bit more accurate color. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a little yellow up in here. Now that we've got all right. There we go. So it's coming along there pretty good. So that's our background back there. And let And I'm just going back in with more of the accurate turquoise color. But you could change it any way you like. But we're going to go in with a little white over here. You know, however you're feeling inspired to create. You know, just do that. So we're going back in here with a little bit more of this blue and yellow mixture to get that turquoise. I'm going to get just a little bit of water just because I want to make this part kind of go kind of fast. And I'm going around the bowl, and I'm going to come on up this side here. All right. Now we are making sure right along this edge here. Now I would definitely paint the sides if I was going to have it hanging around in the house or propped up on my kitchen counter. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush here in just a moment here. So I don't have any black out here. Let me get a little bit of that. Okay. All right. So we want just a little smidge, just a little corner full. I'm just going to go up in here. All right. And it looks like we need a little bit up here too. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this blue and this black. And I need to get that smaller brush. But we're just going to be careful. Okay. There we are. Okay. So there we are. We made it a little bit darker up in there. And I'm going to grab another little corner. Grab another little bit of this blue right here. Grab another little corner. Ooh, we really went dark there. So what we're going to do, we're just going to brush this along here because we know this is going to be a little bit darker over here. Maybe not this dark, but that's okay. That's the good thing about the acrylic paint. And I'm just going to go right here along this base right here. All right. Right here. Right. So we're going to just go ahead and lighten this on up over here. I wasn't quite ready to get on the ornament again, but let's go ahead and do it. All right. So we're just going to blend this out a little bit right here. And I like the way that it. And I may have to stand back up so I can see now because I can't see. But that's okay. We're going to come back over here with a little bit more of this blue. Get a little bit more of this yellow. And we're back in business. All right. There we go. And we'll see about how we're going to fade all of this back down over here. This is a quick, fast, fun painting that you might want to do for family time. Okay, I'm just going to throw that on out there for family time. You still have folks in, or if you know folks are coming in, you can paint this for the next year. Okay, I'm just gonna go on in here, and I don't have my little teeny tiny whatever, but this is just gonna give like a little bit of visual texture, and I'm okay with this part right here. Just gonna go in with a little bit of blue right here. All right, we're coming on down here. All right, get just a little dab of water. Make sure that we are getting rid of all of the white inside of the fabric texture along the edges. Now, like I said, I would go ahead and flip it to the side and paint the side. But I think we're going to go ahead and do it. Okay, so we're going to go in with a little bit more of this blue. And I'm just going to go right here along this base right here. All right. And we'll see about how we're going to fade all of this back down over here. So we're going to blend this out a little bit right here. And I like the way that it. Excuse me. And I'm just going in here with a little bit of this right here, just because I can. And we're just going to do this really, 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 really fast. Just a little bit of water, just to go ahead and get rid of the white canvas. I'm going back in here with a little bit more blue. Get a little bit more yellow, because this is more like a more blue-green. That's kind of what turquoise is. So I'm just trying to get close up here, close around here. All right. So now that we have the colors kind of filled in, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more yellow. And I'm going about it maybe a little bit backwards. This is not necessarily the way I would teach it. This is the way that I'm painting it for today. But if you're comfortable with doing it this way, you will, of course, use a little bit more paint doing it this way. But today, getting this paint into all the nooks and crannies, I'm okay with that today. All right, so we've got this kind of blended out. And let me just put this down. I can't, because this, and I understand your pain. When you get started with one brush, and this is what happens to my painters at paint parties, you don't want to put that brush down. You know, you're stuck with that brush, and you know, you've made a bond with that brush, and you don't want to get rid of it. I totally understand. But because I'm going into some smaller, more tiny areas right here, I need to get rid of that brush. Okay, so here we are back here. We're going to add a little bit more darkness back up over there. Okay, so here we are. Oh, so much fun. All right, so we've got the basic colors where we need them. And so now it'll be time to add some three-dimensional elements to it, right? How do we add that? Let me go in here and get some more of this black. All right, go right on up in here and get this black here. Just a little bit. I got really probably too much, but I'm going to lay that black right on over here. And I am now going to come right on over here with this blue right up underneath where this bow is right here, because now it's time to start working with that bow a little bit. Okay, this is going to give us a little bit more of that. All right, and we're just kind of pushing it a little bit here. So I'm going to grab a little bit more of this blue right here to lighten this black a little bit, and come back in here with a little bit of this white. All right, so you see that's kind of fading in there a little bit, and I still need a little bit of yellow. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a blend. Okay, we could still keep this very, very simple, so it doesn't get too complicated, but you think about where the light is coming from. I'm going to add just a little bit more blue, and I'm going to go grab a little bit of this yellow. And I'm just bringing this right along this edge right here. All right, so now we are getting that kind of three-dimensional kind of feel. Okay, I don't know if you're feeling that over there, but I'm feeling a little bit three-dimensional over here. All right, so I'm just going to lighten this up just a little smidge right here to smooth this out. All right, so hopefully you're feeling a lot of, what is that? It's beginning to look a little bit more like Christmas, a little bit more three-dimensional, hopefully. All right. All right, so there we go. We've blended that out. I'm going to go right up underneath here with a little bit of this. Let me clean this out. Let me watch my time. It goes so quickly, especially when you're just kind of bumbling around in the studio a little bit. And sometimes that's what we do over here. We bumble. Let's see if I can enlarge this just a little bit back up over here. for your viewing pleasure and so I can see a little bit better too. All right, so here we are. Boy, oh boy, we got a little bit of that silver and all of that. There are a lot of delicious little details up in here. But for right now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to hit on this part right here. All right. We're going to hit on this part right here. All right. And we just have a little bit right on the tip. All right. So we've got some of this going here. Ooh, boy. I see it right here up underneath here. All right. So we're going to go right up underneath here a little bit. Got still a lot of water in here. All right. So we're just running that along down here. All right. Now I'm just going to grab a little paper towel and dab some of that out. I just wanted to make sure we had some down there. All right. So now you could go right on in there and do that delicious swirl. But I think for what we're going to do right now, we're going to go ahead and add some of the pink. Let me clean out my brush. You know how I do. I like to dip my brush in the water, but not swish it around yet, just to kind of wet some of the paint so it can kind of slide off on my napkin. Let me do this with this as well, because we're getting ready to change colors. And then I'll swish down in the bottom when I have removed most of the paint. All right. Let me move this one out of the way because we're not using the large one right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and throw some of this white down over here. And I thought I squoze out some paint, but let me move this over here. I guess I did not. Let me carefully lay that here. And this is Diva Pink. You know, it could be fuchsia. Just go to the aisle and grab up a couple of them. All right. Find some that you like and just go for it. All right, here we go. So I've got a little water in my brush. Okay. This is feeling a little bit rosy down here. And I like the way this is kind of mixed up here. All right, so we've got a little bit down here. And then, of course, we're going to have some up here. I'm going to go in with this light color right here. All right. Let me get the smaller. All right, we're going right on up in here with this light color right here. Excuse me, y'all. And we're going to go right along this edge right here. And when you're uncomfortable, you just mimic your reference image. Okay, just mimic it. All right. So that's what I'm doing. I have the reference image right here. And so I'm just mimicking some of these areas that I see. All right. Now, of course, we're going to have more of a fade in of the teal and the pink as we get a little bit closer. But I'm just going to run this on up over here like this. I'm going to go in here and give me some brush strokes over here to make it really feel kind of painterly like. I like that. And now we're not trying to make it thick. We're just trying to give it some of that, how do you call it? Artist flair. All right, so we're going right on up in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and make it just this pink right out of the bottle. And then we'll add a little bit of white to it. Okay, we're going to go right on back up over here. Let me go on over here. Just adding what we already have. And we'll worry about adding a few little details in a moment. But we're keeping this very, very simple so that you can enjoy it. Okay. And then on this back edge back here, because then the rest of it is going to be kind of light a little bit. Then I didn't put out any yellow. We will get to that in a moment. We're going to go straight on up. Honey, I am enjoying this painting right here. Okay. And I like to carry it right over that edge. And now let's get to blending a little bit. All right. So we need something that's a little bit darker. So I am going to go in. I'm going to take some of the blue that I already have, and I'm going to mix it in with this pink. Of course, that's going to kind of change it to like a more purpley. Let's see if that's going to be dark enough. If that's not going to be dark enough, then we might have to go in here and grab a little black. And that's okay. And we may have to get a little bit more black out. Okay. So we want this to kind of feel like the inside of that bow. All right. We're going on around here. We're going in here doing our thing with this kind of dark purplish color right here. And like I said, just kind of mimic what the reference is and keep on going with your life, right? If it's not absolutely perfect, that's all right. You're adding your artistic flair to it. Let me get a little bit more pink. Come on up here. Blend this out. Boy, this is fun. All right, so I'm coming back up over here with a little bit more right here. And there's some intricacies to the color palette that's here. Okay, it's a nice one, but there's some. Let me see what we're doing, and we're just going right on up here. Okay, we're just doing just a little bit, and then we'll come back with a little white. All right, just to make sure that's. And truth be told, we could add a little bit of red up in there to make that even feel, a little richer. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay, we're going to keep on going. I'm enjoying this so much. So it's kind of got that feeling about it. Let me clear out my brush a little bit and let me get a little bit more pink and white together. Oh, need to clean up my brush a little bit more. All right. Let me get a little bit more of this pink and white together. All right. So now we're just going to go in on a couple of areas. All right. Yo, is that the garbage truck? Honey, what are we doing around here? And I didn't put out the trash. Mm. All right, so we've got some of that light element. And we're just looking to see where to lay it per our reference. And just enjoy it. And if it's looking a little mistake-like, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. All right, so here we go. Let's move this back a little bit. Let's move it over. So we're getting there, right? Of course, we could add some more details. All right, it may not be as complete as our reference picture, but that is okay. Especially when you're at an event, just go with it. All right, and then of course you could spend a little bit more time doing a few finishing touches. Let me grab a little bit of this yellow, and I do not have. Oh, I did put out some yellow, y'all. I did. I thought I did. Okay, so let's go ahead on up in here. Let's add a little bit of this white. Let's add a little bit of this blue. Okay. We're doing a little bit of a transition down over here, and I'm here for it. Okay. Ooh, and I'm here for it. All right, so they're just kind of fading one in, fading the other out, and we're going to throw a little bit more white up in here. Okay, and we're going to kind of leave it a little bit painterly like that. All right, and I'm here for it. So it's a little more neutralized. Okay, so we're blending a little bit. So that the pink is brighter up at the top, but it still has a presence down here. That's the thinking behind that. Okay. Because that pink is pretty down here, but you don't want to detract from the nice pink bowl. So here we've got a little bit of turquoise. We got a little pink action going on here. And then we're going to add a little bit more white. We're just going to blend this out down here and leave it alone because this is the backdrop. Okay, this is the melody up here. All right. So this is, what's kind of got this going. All right. So we got a little bit of white action, white swirl up here. I like that. So we might need a second layer of that, but it's not pure white, just kind of like a little bit of a white swirl. And I like that a lot. So this kind of goes back here and it looks like it's, I don't know. All right. So we're just going to kind of let that go right here. And this is a little bit brighter right here. All right. So that's a little bit brighter. And then that kind of forces your eye. Okay. To still think three-dimensional. All right. So that's kind of cool. All right. Here we go. We're going to go up here with a little bit of this on this brush here. Boom, boom, boom. And like I said, all I'm doing is looking at my reference image. All right. Adding just a little bit of that teal up there. So now we're going to go on up in here. We're going to go on. Is that a word? We're going to go on up in here. With a little bit of this yellow, and I don't have any more black out here. So let's grab a little bit of this blue to see what we got going on here. No, we need to get rid of that blue. Let's just put some of this yellow up here. And then we'll try to get some black going. Looks like we need to get a little red out to make this a little bit richer. Okay, so it is what it is up here. All right. So now we could come back with a little bit more of a little bit more black. Is it still open? It's still open. I'm going to put a little bit more of this black out here. All right. I still need to get some more of this pink out here. All right. So it's starting to develop. We're building and building and building. It's starting to develop a little bit. All right. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this part right here. I'm going to be okay with trying to use the tippiest toe. Put my pinky finger down right here. Whoop. We did a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'm just going to come right on around here and leave it alone, honey, because we got to keep on moving. All right. So there we are. So let's get a little bit more of this pink right here. Let's get a little bit more of this black right here. Let's go right here. All right. And then we will come on through here. All right. All right. So we can go back and forth trying to build that three-dimensional feeling, but I am really okay with this right now. You could do that little wintertime swirl and you can give that more intense feeling of, let me get a little bit more water over here with this pink. It's been sitting up here for a minute. Let's go on over here. Let's add a little bit of dark here, a little bit more right here, a little bit of dark up in here. And oh, it's lighter. It's just going to be a little bit darker over there. And we're just going to go in here with a little bit more of this darker color right here. And definitely right here. All right. And so I'm thinking we're getting real close to being finished. All right. Excuse me. All right. So we've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that up in there. How excited. Okay, so now I just want to pop a little bit of white on here. Do I want to do that little swirl? We could. We could. Since you're asking about it, we could do that. Let's get a little bit more blue. Let's get a little bit more yellow. And let's see. Maybe we need a little bit more white. All right, so let's see about, we got a little bit of a swirl. We're going to get us a little bit more a little bit more white. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going for it with a little bit more white around here. All right, maybe I did too much of a swirl, but it's getting there. All right. So we need a little bit more of white. Whoop, y'all, I guess it's snowing on that side. All right, so that's that. A little bit highlight there. And of course, as you get it together, you know, I'm going to add a little bit of pink over here because that's what we're seeing over here. And it looks really kind of cool. And that made me want to choose this one. It's kind of delicious. So we got our little swirly stuff going on. All right. So we got that going on, y'all. You asked for it, and there you go. All right. A little bit. We're just trying to clean up some of these edges so it's not so bad, right? All right. So here we go. And like I said, work with your reference. I'm going in here because I know this blue is going to make it turn a little bit purplish. And that just adds just a little bit of extra, extra color. So here we go. We're going right on over here on the top. And you can do as much or as little as you'd like. Now I'm going to take this brush right here and go wet along this edge right here to kind of fade that out. Okay, just to fade that out a little bit so it's not so harsh. Okay. But you do what you need to do. I just wanted to soften that up just a little smidge. All right, so I am happy with what's going on here. And guess what? It is that time to poke. But instead of me doing it with, I think I'm okay with this. I think I am okay with this, and I'm okay with a little. Let me lift this up. Am I doing it? Let me move over this way. Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with that, y'all. Now, if I wanted to, I can go in here and smear a little bit more white up here. But remember, it's not going to be super duper thick when it dries. Just trying to get like a little more of a swoop, a little more of a swirl. All right. A little more of a swirl. When it picked up some of that other color, which is cool. All right, so I'm happy with this, okay? I'm going to leave that part alone. I'm going to clean this part out. And now, of course, you can wet it up and you can flick it a little bit, boop, 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 like that. And I just kind of put a little more flex where I don't necessarily want it. So we're gonna fabricate some, okay? So I'm just cleaning out my brush. Okay, let me clean that out. And what I'm gonna do is, now that I've got that white paint, so we can be more controlled with it. All right, so we're gonna throw a little bit right here. We're gonna have a little bit of this bright white part right here. All right. All right, I kind of like this a lot. And all you're doing is just pouncing. Now, this is the fun part. We just had a pouncing project with some of the little people working on our trees. And I should have probably done some with you guys here as well. Sometimes I keep the classroom separate and sometimes I merge it together. So you know what? We might have to do a little bit more immersion. So I'm going to just get a little bit more water to make this like a little bit. Like I say, if you got like a toothbrush and you want to do some more flex or whatever, feel free. All right, now this is the fun part. And I probably should let you go because once you get started, it's tough to stop this part right here. This is addictive. Once you have gotten this thus far, you do not want to stop. Okay, I'm just kind of going in here and I'm trying to pounce in some of the paint that I already have wet on this canvas to make it a little bit more dense. But oh, so much fun. Just feels like a winter wonderland. Okay. And that's what we're getting ready to work on when we get back. All right. So like I said, this is so addictive right here. And I'm just going to go in right where I think I might need a nice little bright spot of white. Right over, right over that dark part right there. Some up here. Okay. And some right here. All right. A little bit here. All right. Let's see. Do we need any more right here by the bowl? Yeah, we can definitely pull some of that in. All right. And let's put some right on the tip of the bowl right here. It is addictive. Like I said, once you get started, you do not want to stop this part, but then you have to do like a fast stop somewhere up in here. All right. So I've gotten, I'm just going to do like another little ridge right here. Another little ridge right here. Oh, it's so addictive, y'all. So I'm painting with the back of my brush. So let me lift this up again so that you can see. Let me move over. Move over. Look at that. So much fun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say this took me what? About 45, 50 minutes, maybe. But usually we give you a little bit more time. How exciting is that? I'm looking to see what else I want to add. I don't really want to do anything else except keep pouncing snow. But I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so that being said, let's see, how do I remove the paint cam? Okay, so now this is still wet over here, all right? All right, let's try to get up in here, right? Tilt, tilt. Let me do this for the YouTube thumbnail. Have a good time. Now, my little swirl, as it dries, I can see I could get up in there and do a little bit more something. We'll worry about that another time. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. So much fun. I'm trying to think. Do I have this in my lookbook? I think I do. I think I'm going to remove that one out. And I think this is cool. All right. This is Bernade Flanoy. I'm trying to tilt it, y'all. There we go. So we can get the best possible light. This is Bernade Flanoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, and paint party instructor on the weekends. I sell art kits. I work with organizations. I can't even get the word out. Philanthropic organizations for fundraisers. I'm servicing summer programs. And watch for it coming soon near you. Some after school and maybe break time programs. Okay. So we've got some things in the works back in the back office. So watch and see. You know, we're just going to be out here in these creative streets. Okay. Hoping you're setting aside some time for your own creative journey, whatever that happens to be. I want to know about your art story. Okay. So you can reach out to me, thepaintedpost.com. I don't know about the forward slash, backslash, up slash, cross slash, down slash. Scroll down to the bottom of that page, thepaintedpost.com. There's a contact us form there. Fill that out, and we will get back to you on setting up an appointment to interview you for your art story. Let me know where you are on your creative journey. Whether you love to cook, whether you love to sing, whether you're a dancer, whether or not you love uh, cooking up things in the lab, a scientist, whatever it is that you have an art craft for, I want to know about it. And then I want to know about your art story. Tell me about what art does for you now, or maybe a memory from an art class or an art teacher. I want to know your art story. So look for some advertisements and promotions for that. And please know that my Canvas Club, I'm going to do a couple little soft intros, but I'm going to do a hard launch in January. So look for that. If you know somebody that's creative or they want to be creative again, that they at one point started and then maybe had family and did career, and then now, all of that's managed, and now you really want to be creative again. The Canvas Club, I do believe, is for you. You can come on just as an online member and get the downloads, because sometimes you just need an idea. And then you can, draw, trace a plate and, draw a couple of lines and come up with the things yourself. Of course, then, if you're doing the downloads, then you might want some tracing paper that you can transfer your images to Canvas. And I'm more than happy to send you a couple of those if you're in the membership. There's the online version only. And then, of course, we have our Facebook group that you're part of. Then there is and I'm on the fence whether or not I'm just going to have the online version and just one size for the art kits. Now, this one is a small one. This is the 8x10. This one, I was thinking of offering that for $17 to drop you the paints and everything in there. But then there's the shipping. So the shipping is probably going to push it closer to $22. There's always that shipping element. And then there was the next size up, the 11x14. Where's my 11x14? This is what I did with you guys a couple weeks ago. Okay. It's not that much larger, but it is more of a time commitment. So what I might do just for right now is maybe offer this size. Okay. And then just kind of keep it simple, keep it moving. 8x10, 9x12 right now. And then if you need the larger size, we'll go from there. We are signing off. Child, this was so much fun. I really did want to get up in here and do some of this stuff. This was so much fun. I'm just gonna go right on up over here. Oh, swirl, swirl, swirl. Swirl, swirl, swirl. Boop. We're doing too much, aren't we? Can't help it. We probably do too much club. Do too much club over here. So we're gonna sign on off, y'all, because we can't stop. This is addictive. I just had to kind of get that one little part there before we got off the air to smooth that out visually. Okay, I don't know if you can see that part. It was kind of dark, so we made that a little bit lighter. All right, let's go ahead and do our outro. Peace to you. Have an amazing rest of your day. This is Small Business Saturday. I'm hoping that you are supporting some small businesses. For me, just share it with people that you know need my stuff. Okay, people that you know need a little creative boost. Yeah, I'm gonna have some other offers for Cyber Monday, so be on the watch for that too. Peace to you. Let me get to where we can actually do this thing. Okay. We're going to do our sign out. So much fun. Take care till the next time. Peace to you. Bye bye.